secretly proud, I tell you, because people will not mess with you if they're scared of you. That's my point. I'm happy to be leaving now because like I don't want to be in this.
Copy you have now.
Okay.
Hi, this is Utkarsh Prakash and welcome back to the second episode of Humans of IISERB, an Aarambh original. While scouting for locations, we realized that it would be a shame if we didn't have our today's guest in an episode. The person who has done it all. She's been a part of Cultural Council, Enthusia, SDC, been the Vice President for the tenure 2019 to 2020. For those of you who don't know, you could always find her at CCD with a cold mocha. Yes, our guest for today is none other than Prutha Bhide. Hi, how are you doing?
I don't know how to be okay with
the introduction.
Yeah, I've not done this much. It's just certificates. You make people sign. It's easy. I'll tell. You can also have forged trophies from Trophy House. I'll give number. Anyways, go ahead.
So what's up? So how are you doing these days?
I'm good. Back for graduation. It's raining, so I love rain.
We cancelled the shoot once.
Yeah, but I love rains. And yeah, doggos I met. So in the campus we missed him. So far so good. What about?
We're doing good.
Yeah, good.
So when we were scouting all these locations, we came here and I already said that it would be a shame if we didn't have you.
Yes.
So we learned that 2017 mein CCD nahi tha.
Yes.
So where did Prutha Bhide hang out in her first year?
Library ground floor, as you all know, is the gossip area where you don't go to study. You just go there to do time pass and ask your friends how कितना हुआ पढ़ के जब किसी का भी कुछ भी नहीं हुआ है. You can also use it to sleep because sofa is nice to sleep. Other than that, what did we have? Here there was nothing. Even ideation there was nothing. Yeah, we should sit on like these random benches and yeah, ऐसे ही time pass हो जाता था. पता नहीं यार. First year में बहुत काम भी था. Like you know how student council is work, but volunteer just seems more work because you have to do decoration, you have to do so much. So I think usme first year sort of went by.
And then in second year you had CCD.
No, I think when did we have? I think second year we had CCD or third year?
When 2018.
Yeah, second year we had CCD, and then third year we had the ideation. So ideation was 1 year late.
And you also had COVID.
Huh?
You also had COVID in third.
Yeah. No, COVID in fourth year, no?
COVID in fourth.
Third year end.
Oh, third year.
So like fourth year.
So where would you hang out? Let's assume there was no CCD. Where would Prutha Bhide hang out in the last 2 years of her IISER journey?
So we had math offices, which is a good part about taking maths if anybody wants to. That's the only good part. And depression. So if you're looking for it. Right, so we have our offices. Again, library, I don't know actually. It's difficult imagining life without CCD because we had so many meetings here and it has been so nice because you could just sit in one of the tables and call out for your friends as they pass to the library or here with actual work. It'll be like, 2 minutes, come, no, we'll talk for no reason. So if you're an extrovert, I would highly recommend CCD because you get to meet people.
I can't take that though.
Also, but like now CCD is expensive. At that time it was like amazing and we had the beans concept. So we used to use that and then we used to drink this 45 rupees wala coffee which was like
45?
matlab garam coffee. 50 ka, then you do beans is 5 and then 45. And they're like, अरे 20 रुपए की कैंटीन की कॉफी क्यों ही 45 this much. And you want to measure, okay, and you're like, ये बहुत चिंदी हो गए तो ठीक है. Plus as you go higher, your pocket money also increases. Like you can bargain with parents कि every year और थोड़ा चाहिए करके. So yeah, but CCD is okay now. CCD. Like before there was a hype to it. Abhi I'm not there so
no hype.
It's not as good,
So if I'm not wrong, you have your convocation day after tomorrow, right?
Yes. So
concluding the last 5 years, how have you evolved as a person in IISERB over the past few years? When you came in and how you are now?
This is a difficult question. I have gained weight. I think I've gotten more chill in the sense I've become funnier because I had more, trauma. So you can joke about it.
Of course, joke about traumas. That's what we do.
No, and also like working with people, making sure everybody is okay with what you are and not just thinking about yourself. So that sort of comes. And here in IISER, I feel like you can meet people from everywhere from India. So you know different cultures and different festivals to celebrate. So that is nice. And and living with people is different. Like hostel life sort of changed me. So I never knew I'm a clean person, but apparently I am. And I have OCD about it, which I thought...
So sharing a room was a...
No, my roommate is my best friend. So no, we had fun times. Like I would not change my roommate for a... We are still best friends, hopefully. Forever. But like, don't know if that will change from IIM journey. So as a person, I feel like I used to be not hot-headed, but I used to be super planned in life. Like I wanted people to come to meetings. Let's say if it is a 9 o'clock meeting, I would be there and I would want people to be there at the same time. But with IISER culture and everybody is late, even the meetings, even the professors are always late. So I think I got over it. Now what I do is I also have a book right now. So I carry a book and this is a good tip for everybody. Just carry a book with you so you can chill till everybody comes. So I would say that. And what else? Let me think. IISER 5 years. I have a master's degree now. That
You're a mathematician now.
Still no jobs, so.
CDC, that's for you. Oh, wait, is this SDC?
SDC now.
SDC, that's one's for you because jobs thing, yaar.
And I think, I have had like a lot of not management, like sales experience and PR experience. So
Enthusiast.
You don't have to, obviously, but
that one's for us too.
Oh, okay. But so I think so I keep bargaining about everything now to everybody. But one of the things that I think majorly I've learned in IISER is through the journey is if you don't ask, the answer is always no. And I know a lot of people say that, but I've genuinely seen it because even for my master's project, I asked at least 10 or 12 professors. I just kept asking, I want it. Can you give? So and that was a good thing to learn. So now I'm shamelessly asking questions to everybody, which is nice, which works out well. I guess that.
Any situation where that hasn't worked out?
I mean, I've not tried it on a hot guy in a bar asking for a number, so I don't know, maybe that.
That would work.
Because I'm like, that, no, let's do only things that are possible, but
So, moving on, as I mentioned.
And also, it didn't work out for I asked 10 people, no? 9 people. So it didn't. But it is still a good tip, right? You should always ask. You never know. Because some of the chances are so... I mean, even through my applications, which I've applied right now for, doing my master's later on, I never thought I would get into universities, but I'm like, you should always ask. Continue. Sorry, I cut you.
So, the next thing I want to ask you was the vice president, as we mentioned in that tenure. So, that sack has been called Prutha and Friends. So,
I mean, see,
where does that come from and how important is Friends for you in general? Right?
So it was not Prutha and Friends. It was just like, so we had a group, as you mentioned, SDC is now SDC was CDC before. And so it happened to be like the group of people that joined sort of were the same people that represented the SAC senators at that time. So we were all friends and we had a lot of fun because we knew. And so every time there was an issue, we were like, listen, no, but like one coffee I'll give. Shift dates, no. It was not that easy, but again, with friends, it just becomes easier. And and plus even the president who I had at that time was also like somebody I've worked with and somebody who is still my friend. So it is nice to have your friends with you working. And in any council, at the end of the day, I feel like your friends are the one that will help you in decoration. ऐसे 12:30 1 बजे जब decoration नहीं हुआ होगा and next दिन 9 बजे जब if you have an event, you have to call your friends. Nobody will come to put some chart paper because nobody cares about you and nobody likes decoration. Apart from that, friends as a topic I think are very important especially when you go to stay in a university because you have nobody and then you start feeling lonely. Also, I feel like they shape your career or what you like as well. So one of my friends actually liked sustainability at some point and because of her, I took one class and so now I'm going into sustainability and she is, doing something near it, but still I feel like because of her, my ideas and thoughts have been shaped that way. And through councils also, I've met so many people. You get to know their styles. Also, having friends and not just from your department is something which I find important. A lot of people will have friends from your department, you know, for notes and studying. But the point is, with every other department, taking different electives will make you think differently, in the sense you will have different thought process. So I feel like from different departments, if you have different friends, what happens is you get to know about their thought process, what is happening in their fields, and even having cross batches friends is something that you need, because it is a lot of fun and you will talk everything but studies. What happens is friends from your department will keep like, oh, that professor, oh, this happened in class. And I mean, life is more than that. But yeah, I think they're super important, and yeah, I think that's about it.
So moving on to the next question, we all are fairly active on Reddit, you know.
Okay.
So we have seen those memes,
Okay,
you know, especially the Mike Tyson crying and saying, you know, मैं बोलता नहीं हूँ यार, but Prutha
Are you going to insert the meme here?
Yeah, we are. Prutha दी से बहुत डर लगता है.
Right.
So why do you think people are scared of you?
Actually, I'll be very honest. I have not done anything. I have not done like a morcha or any sort of thing. I have never led anything or, you know, started a fight. I'm a pretty non-violent person because that's who I am. But yeah, I don't know. I think I have a very serious face. I'm not sure. So the only thing I've done is I used to be very particular about starting my meetings. So like if I say that a SAG meeting starts at 9, it has to start at 9. Or like any other meeting. And so couple of times I have said it out loud to people that, you know, why are you not on time? I think that, or maybe I'm not actually sure. So I know that I had this whole persona built around as a VP because, see, at that time I was a VP, and yeah, I wanted people to respect me for that position, because a lot of times what happens as a vice is, I've been vice secretary as well. As a vice, people don't give you that respect because, you know, there's president, there is a secretary. Why to, you know, but let me just tell you, vices do the most work, more than secretaries. Because you have to do somebody else's ideas, right? You have to execute them. So it feels like more work, even if you're not. Executing your own idea is nice, amazing. But when you have to do somebody else's ideas, it just feels like more work. So yeah, I think I mellowed down after that, but I did have this whole, like, I used to dress up for even my meetings because I believe in power dressing. So like even for all my meetings, I used to dress properly and go, when everybody, all like other people, I mean, boys especially used to be in like shorts and chappals. Maybe that's why people thought that I'm, I don't know, scary. I actually don't know. I have not done anything, but yeah.
This is gonna live forever. We're gonna tell stories people are scared of you.
But I'm secretly proud, I tell you, because people will not mess with you if they're scared of you. That's exactly my point. People will not be like, I don't know, making fun of me, but actually that is the ulta. People are on Reddit, so I'm not sure. But I think I've improved my persona now. People don't feel like they're scared of me anymore.
You're friendly. We started talking up.
Yeah, I do feel like you're describing a dog right now, because you're like, oh, some people are super scared of you. But you know how people are like, हमारा एक कुत्ता है, आ जाओ, नहीं काटेगा. And a dog is like full on there. But yeah, it just feels like you described that exactly right now. But okay.
No.
I feel like it will start raining. You should.
I should continue. So you have been at CCD for long, right?
Yeah.
So could you rate the menu for us? What is the best thing to eat and what is something you shouldn't take? Okay,
so I would say food is pretty shitty, and if you don't like somebody, you should just give them the over expensive samosa. It is very bad. If it is there, first of all, what is there? We'll talk about that. If you want to eat, this happens when, you know, on a Sunday, and if it is like a summer Sunday and you don't want to go there to eat food, then you should, if you're a vegetarian, you should try the spinach sandwich, and if you're a non-vegetarian, you should try the, what is it called, the chicken sandwich.
Chicken club sandwich?
No. There is one specific chicken sandwich, whatever it is called, but just don't take the vegetables because they have been there for long and they taste bad. So tell them without the vegetables. I would say hot coffee latte is nice. Mocha used to be nice, but they screwed it up. So I would say cafe frappe without sugar was my go-to drink. Without sugar. They put too much sugar because there is ice cream, so you don't need the sugar. But yeah, but I would not recommend CCD anymore because it has gone pricey now, and it is I like budget coffee. You should have fun with your coffee and not feel like अरे you know ऐसे डेट पे ही लाना पड़ेगा, ऐसे like आ नहीं सकते, ऐसे मज़ा नहीं है. And it is so nice here to drink coffee in I think rain, but yeah. I'm happy to be leaving now because like I don't want to be in this.
Okay, so you had this Instagram page with Anusha.
Yeah, Anusha is my
Food
best
blogging,
friend, my roommate.
So what happened to the page?
So we started our page and COVID hit. So then we are like, okay, when we come back, we'll start. But then if you don't know, like during COVID, we are here, but we are not allowed to go out, which was like a jail basically for us. But a lot of people were happy because they could be with their friends here at least. घर से तो अच्छा ही था. That's not what I think, but a lot of people do think that. Because I felt claustrophobic. But yeah, and then our 5th year started. ऐसे ही COVID, another wave hit. Then they're like, you're not allowed to go out again. So we could never get to the end of it. But yeah, so we wanted to continue. But sadly, so me and Anusha used to go out a lot. And we loved exploring cafes. And so a lot of people started asking us, oh, where did you go? Which page did you go? On Instagram, can you tell us that photo you posted? So we're like, okay, let's start like a Instagram account just so for IISER people, so they will get, where, because you ask cost or you ask what do you recommend to eat. So, but that sort of never happened.
So why don't you give us the recommendations?
Yes, recommendations I can give.
Yes.
This is
for people going on dates, partying with friends, and maybe a solo dinner, something.
Solo, okay.
Let's start with dates.
Okay, dates, there are a lot of places. So we are doing, I messed up and I forgot our 2-year anniversary. So where can I take you to make it up? Then there is Januma retreat under the Jamun tree. Little expensive, but you did mess up. So let's go there. There, any food is nice. It is a little expensive. Don't drink alcohol there, please. You have a lot of bring your own booze restaurants around here. Go there. But because you messed up, food wise it's nice. They have a beautiful dessert called baked rasgulla. I know it sounds a little, out there or red flag, but it is amazing. Pastas are good. Salads are good. Indian food is, but yeah, so it is in Januma retreat. But definitely once before like leaving IISER or like, so what we did is we went for Diwali because ghar se we were like, extra budget give, no, Diwali is there. I would say if you are going on weekends, reserve a table. Most of the times it's not there. Also, the kitchen opens at 7 p.m. Don't go there at 5 p.m. By the way, Bhopal party hours are from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. And I'm not even lying because all the pubs, there are no pubs, wait, scratch that. All the bars I've gone to, suddenly there is like max peak at 4 and 6 p.m. people are leaving. I'm like, what is happening? So once what happened is 2 girls I met and they were doing and they were saying, Bhopal life is not that nice. I'm like, you tell us. We come from like Pune, Bangalore, and then she's like, yeah, I stayed in America. Then I stayed in Delhi. Then Mumbai. I'm like, okay, you got it worse. And then about at 6 you were leaving. I'm like, why are you leaving so early? Did something happen? She's like, no, this is normal Bhopal hours. I'm like, oh, okay. That's Bhopal party. Anyways. So funny incident is one of the times we were sitting and we were like, okay, how usually bars or pubs or any place in Pune or Mumbai or Delhi or whatever, you will go out 10:30, you will do pre-party and go. Here what happened is 11:30 hua and we were like, okay, what else to order? This bhaiya comes, he's a janitor. He's telling us, abhi hame saaf karna hai. I'm like, bhaiya, thodi der baad aa jaiye. Like suspiciously, I'm like, why does he want to clean our table right now? Kisi ne ulti वगैरह तो नहीं किया. Then he's like, नहीं वो अभी बंद हो रहा है. I'm like, but 11:30 बजे. हाँ हमारा बंद होता है. I'm like, oh okay. Seems like that's how you do it in Bhopal. So coming back, there is another very good place in Januma retreat itself, which is Greenhouse Bistro, which I absolutely love. So they have mushroom pizza. And their pizza is so good. I cannot. Okay. So their coffee is also nice. So they take their coffee from handcrafted. Okay. So there are 3 places which take their coffee from handcrafted. So Januma Retreat and Noor Sabha. So I don't know if Noor has still continued their contract with them, but you can check that. But anyways, Noor Sabha is not nice. Don't go. Unless your parents want to stay there in some palace, then it is a good place to stay, but not food wise. Please don't go there. So yeah, where was I?
Going on dates.
Yeah, no. So, handcrafted itself. So they provide coffee, but handcrafted has good coffee. They have good pasta. Please go there for dates, in groups, alone, anywhere. Handcrafted is something that I would want everybody to go. Greenhouse Bistro, yes, they have nice greenery. You can sit, eat. So that is nice. They also have so Bhopal Baking Company is also nice. And
BBC.
So they have a small BBC counter in Jahanuma Retreat. So what you do is, if you go in any of the restaurants in Jahanuma Retreat, you can go inside, visit the lobby, you can see the place. So it's a very nice time to chill. So do that. Coming to Jahanuma, so they have couple of restaurants there, okay, and all of them are sort of like expensive though. So their cafe, I think La Cucina is their cafe. It is nice. It is good if you want change, because the thing with Bhopal is after a point you will get bored of going to the same places. So Jahanuma is nice. It is expensive, so it's not amazing. But so when you go inside, they have their own bakery. Please try their cupcakes. They are so only chocolate cupcake. They are to die for. Again, Jahanuma is a very nice place. You can go inside. So most places just go inside, roam around. It's good to chill. They have this fountain, quaint place.
So no matter what you do, go to Jahanuma.
Jahanuma Retreat.
Jahanuma Retreat.
Don't stay there.
Stay at Noor Sabha.
Or tell your parents, ki book. I would recommend Jahanuma Retreat. If your parents are in town, go crazy. Or call your friends' parents and be like,
Go crazy.
Party. Please. Thanks, uncle. Thanks, auntie. Anyway, so moving on, you have bacon shake now here. I tried pasta, so that was nice. So bacon shake is also good. Plus they deliver in IISERB free of cost, I heard.
Yeah, they do, but it takes a lot of time.
Listen, I have been from the time when nobody used to deliver at IISERB. Just be happy for your privileges. All washing machine, this and that you have, no? My God.
Washing machine, that was your tenure or?
Fatima's tenure.
So one before you.
One before you, yeah. So, places. I think, yeah.
I think that's good enough for us to go
yeah. So
around.
if you want to like go to a very so a good drinking place would be House 230, but it's a little far away. So you would have to go by cab and come by cab. But it's nice, like they have mocktails and they have, different drinks. There is also Molecule, which is like a party scene, which is good for girls because they have girls' night. Find out when, okay. Guys, don't take, then you will have pair charges for no reason. No need. Their drinks are costly, I would say, but the point is their drinks are good. For the first time in Bhopal, I found good cocktails. So otherwise, my recommendations will be your TRR. All my friends want to go there. First of all, this whole BYOB, bring your own booze, I don't know how economically it works. Because every time you ask the person, I went to the manager, I'm like, आपको कैसे चलता है? So he's like, हाँ, but हम soda का charge लेते हैं. I'm like, हाँ, तो soda is 90 rupees, okay, one bottle. And I'm like, if you go to Pune and ask for one glass also, it will be 90 rupees. I'm like, how do you think this is mehenga? But
they think. So, we've talked before and you told your mom is a single mother, right?
Yeah.
So, how does that affect you?
Or work out.
Yeah, work out for you.
Yeah, so I think the biggest challenge of having a single parent would be, coming from middle class, money, yes. Also having sort of quality time with your parents. Because what happens is when you have a single parent, the parent has to work. And so, yeah, quality time is something that I have missed with my mother a lot. And when you have two parents, you get with both. So I sort of miss that. Love, I would say that my mom has provided me enough for both. But, so psychologically they say that whatever you have craved in childhood is what you would want in life from your friends or relationships or, that sort of thing. And that's what you project also. That's what you do. So I think in shaping me, because somewhere quality time was always there, and I don't blame my mother. What does she has to do? Bichari, she to worked a lot. But yeah, so I make it a point that I have spend quality time with everybody, like my friends, and I make the most of whoever is present with me. So even if you're upset, I'm like, okay, we'll solve this problem and we'll move on, because you don't know when you will get to spend time with that person again. And so that is what I would always ask from my friends as well.
Quality time.
Yeah, that is what I like the most. To spend time or whatever the other person wants to do. Just have fun.
While you can.
No, not why. Why is to give
When you
like a... No, I mean, yeah, if the person is there, I think I am a person who resolves fights as soon as possible. Obviously respecting the other person's time and when he or she wants to resolve it. But I don't like to have grudges or fights. So I like to know where I stand with a certain person. And even if you know how friendships end or relationships end, I mean, I like to have closure on it. And I'm like, okay, let's move on. I don't want to keep
Keep going.
dead corpse in my... You get what I
Bury
mean,
the
right?
corpse.
Yeah. So that is
So,
sort of a...
Do you think your mom will be seeing this interview? Will you share it?
Yeah, I will. But I mean, I know that she'll get all emo with the whole quality time. And although it is none of her fault, she will feel guilty because that's typical mothers. They will feel guilty about anything. I mean, that's just the love for us. But yeah, I will definitely. She likes... she's my biggest fan, okay? So she overhypes me for no reason. But yeah. And so for the longest time, I mean, now that I'm leaving, I feel like my mother, you know how, I mean, I don't believe in soulmates as a concept, but I do believe in like passing soulmates and, you know, in every phase of life you have. And my mother has definitely been my soulmate. So that way I know I will share with her and she'll hype me up. So if you are watching this, Ma, please, it's okay. Quality time was not for you. I'm saying shaping up. This is for them. They told me to say this, they're paying me.
Coffee you have now.
Okay, fine. Coffee. I got coffee, guys.
Yeah. So
This is nice today, no?
Yeah, yesterday it was messed up. I think it's the cup.
Cup makes a difference. I agree.
Cup makes a difference in the coffee.
Yeah. No,
Point
it's
to
the
be noted.
presentation.
So let's just you're going to miss.
What I realized, I am sitting like this the whole interview. I'm not even sitting properly, so I'll sit properly now.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Let's just assume I was sitting like this
Yes,
the whole interview. I'm not even wearing my shoes. Also.
We want it to be just you.
Yeah,
This is
I
just
really
you.
because we were taking the shot for so long that I got too comfortable. And I'm like, hey, sitting nicely, okay.
You
घर जैसे.
suddenly realized.
हाँ, because I was sitting like, you know, how से मेरे गाँव में ऐसे people when you cross, no, they are playing cards. वैसे नीचे बैठ के जब cards पहनते हैं मुझे बहुत पसंद है. They'll sit like this, okay, ऐसे करके. And I was almost sitting like that. I love playing
We
cards.
will cut it off.
Anyways, super.
So you're going to Michigan Ann Arbor, right?
Yes, sir.
So what are you going to do there? Sustainable systems?
So
What is that?
I am pursuing a Master of Science in the Sustainable and Environment. So it's like a degree, but my specialization is Sustainable Systems. Hopefully, because my specialization in IISERB was supposed to be Physics, and it turned into Mathematics. So, and there was roller coaster of Computer Science in middle and Earth Science in the middle as well. So, this is what I plan now.
What
We will
about
see.
the book you picked up when you were doing Earth Science and you're like, oh shit, I can't do it?
No, this is too much. Okay, so I was in ISC Bangalore and I was doing an internship in Earth Science department and I went to the library and I booked, so I was looking at the books and there was one book. I'll not name the book because, you know, what if the author says it? I'm a big personality, man.
Yeah. Of course you are.
So there was a book on a rock and this is a grey rock.
Of course, rocks.
So like I'm not trying to hint on which book it could be, but it's a grey rock, which is commonly found. Yeah, and I was flipping to the pages and I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't really want to be one of those people who writes a complete book on a grey rock. What is it's a grey rock. I don't know, I'm taking mathematics. This is not happening. I don't know why I got so triggered with a grey rock book. But it was this big, a grey rock. It's a grey rock. You know how I felt like, you know, some parents with their children and they'll be like, beta, you know, ऐसे गा के दिखाओ, twinkle twinkle. And they all like, क्या twinkle twinkle गाती, क्या नाचती है, उसके अंदर twinkle twinkle ही है यार. तो मुझको वो फीलिंग आई कि ठीक है यार, ग्रे रॉक ही है, उसमें क्या हाइप कर रहे हो तुम लोग. But yeah, so I was like, can't do, but I'm going in environment, so you never know where you end up. Yeah. But so basically what happened is I got to know, so not that, it's just that I I didn't want to do mugging up, and earth science required, sort of level of mugging up where you have to learn about the rocks. And I don't do mehnat. I am lazy. So then I'm like, oh, math. So math comes naturally to me. Don't please be mad at this comment, but it does. So I can study last minute and get math concepts. I'm like, oh, this seems easy, so let's do it. So yeah.
So, just like end it all.
Yeah.
From an incoming math major to an outgoing math major.
Are you taking maths for sure?
Yeah, for sure. Any
for
tips?
For sure.
For
You're not changed.
No, I'm not changed.
Pakka.
So, from an incoming math major to an outgoing math major, any tips?
Tips would be like, so when I went into math, people are like, CPI ko bhul jao, like dreams ko bhul jao, and like ऐसे कुछ नहीं होता. CPI is not, to worry upon. It's okay. That being said, some courses will start their grading at B and C. You will be okay with it. It's like, for example, when you come to college and you thought कि अरे date तो मस्त ही बंदे को करना है, but like later on like मस्त बंदे है ही नहीं college में. So it's sort of that vibe where you're like नहीं मिल सकते marks. So you would be okay with time with it. I think tips would be to make a group, and this goes for any other major. Is like pick people from your major, have discussions, tell your problems. Also, please ask your professors and start talking to your professors for all majors, because I didn't do that. I used to be scared to ask questions to my professors, and I never got to know any of the professors. And 5th year mein aake you have to take a project, right? So also knowing your professors is nice, because when you are applying abroad, you will need recommendations, and you can't just go to an unknown person and ask for recommendations. So it is nice knowing your professors from beforehand. Yeah, so and also group is so much fun, because what we used to do is we used to be like, okay, there are suppose 4 subjects and 4 people, you will teach us this at the end of the week, which never happened. One person, Tanvi, always used to prepare. Me being the person to never prepare. But yeah, it is nice to solve assignments, and don't be worried that you are taking help of other people to solve assignments. It's fine. You should discuss problems and then write the problems on your own. Otherwise, you'll get F because you copied. And I don't support copying, at least not on camera, because my mother is watching, but I just do it. I'm just a very nice Pavam kid. But yeah, I would say that discussion and like talking to professors and just knocking on professors' doors, because that's what one thing good about IISER is, you can just go to a professor and talk to him, and he or she mostly will not have like problems with it. Yes.
I think that would be it.
Should I ask you more?
Yeah, you can interview
like
me.
roast करे क्या? नहीं ठीक है. देखो मेरा कॉफी अभी तक नहीं हुआ. I told you मेरा कॉफी नहीं होता.
But ठीक है. So that is how you sit at CCD entire days. One
hey,
coffee,
what I
24
do is,
hours.
Yeah, I drink only 1 coffee a day. I just sit there.
You just sit there.
Only 2 coffees. But what I do is, let's say I have to meet friends, no? So I call 2 friends. One our case mein, and this is one friend, this is second friend. Because my friends leave me now. Before there was like this layer कि अरे ऐसे कैसे छोड़ के जाए. Now it is just कि ये तो पागल है, ये 2 घंटा लेगी, नहीं करना है सब. इतना भी गहरा दोस्ती नहीं है, इतनी भी अच्छी नहीं है, तो okay, छोड़ सकते हैं.